show any hints for my coordinates. So I'm not even aware where I'm at the moment myself. But yeah, so like this will change hopefully soon. But yeah, so we had a very good like Zoom call yesterday. So with Tina from the homepage, right? So the first video is about her experience in Spain, right? Holidays, and now there's just like the next 3 weeks on Wednesdays we will have this Zoom meeting. So we don't know yet, but like in the evenings, and so I just offer this to all my like family and so on, but like to my parents, like to Christoph, and like it was really important. Like Christoph is probably the best lieutenant in Switzerland. Luckily, this is not really something that's needed, but it was like the decision making over the weekend. It was just a war situation, and then like my aunt, my mom, they just don't function, and I'm kind of. I understand, but I'm not like that. When I see the need for it, I'm of course the best ever. So that's exactly. But I don't want to. So yeah, you remember when I played the offensive here in den Ardennen. So do you remember me quoting that?
Not exactly.
Who I'm imitating. Well, doesn't matter. It's better forgotten. We better remember Heinrich Heine instead, right? So yeah, that's all I have. So this update. Did you watch my strawberry video? The strawberry delivery video.
The language is German. I need to translate.
Yes. So like there were no subtitles yet. So did you understand anything whatsoever?
I understand the spelling Einstein and the result like 1748 year showing, but I couldn't figure out.
Yes. So like the content was that I had to waste 3 minutes because otherwise I cannot add a clickbait, right? And so I didn't know to talk about. So I wanted to deliver a strawberry sample, which I cannot reveal where it's from in like this situation resolved. The lawyer, I mentioned that, right? So I will just do what the lawyer tells me now. But it's for Nissan. Nissan is in, or Nissan, I don't know, is April in Turkish, I guess. So the delivery is for a Nissan, the strawberry delivery. And then I didn't know what to talk about. And so I remembered that this dangerous invention, the fridge as we know it, was invented by Einstein's assistant. So I was, so, but that's, well, I think this is a good, shorter update. So do you have something else? Like I have an appointment with my doctor this week, so I will not reveal when, but I definitely have to check.
I have a question. Maybe it's not relevant our task, but I want to that you forgot many things. How you deal with that, and Mhm. And what's your thought about that, about forgetting things?
I'm not
Is it creates any
forgetting
issues in
at
your life?
all. I was just playing. So like just listen to the um like voice message. It's exactly the same content. In 10 minutes there I try to be coherent, and I uh made up this I didn't forget nothing. It's just this is how it is for like my aunt Susie. No, it's not my aunt. That's my grand aunt, I guess. So when I visited her in the elderly, so I played there. I recorded this, so I played in the elderly people's home, right? And I just remembered that situation, how it must have been for her. So she mixed up me with, I guess, Beat. But if she mixes you up with someone, then you already have something to go with, right? So that's what I discussed. But I'm not at all forgetting. But that's my New Year's resolution, and it never works. I'm just very bad at
Like,
forgetting
yeah,
things.
you talked about sushi. That is that happens in your life in any part, a short or you experience something like that ever?
No, that's what I discussed. So Temesta is kind of genius invention. So it is kind of like a mini Alzheimer. So it restarts the server. It really like you have to see the brain as a server.
Mhm.
Even how you organize it works like that. But that's something I my film Götti-Bub is he showed the lab to my parents just like 10 days ago. And like we discussed that on this, where we discussed the super soakers. So I know much more than my film Götti-Bub. And he knows a lot, right? How that works. Because but I don't want to go there. So it's exactly the group that developed those chips at the BSSC. I was not part of the group, but we ate together. We were in the same lab. So I mean, I mentioned Andreas Kühni, for example, Fabian Rudolph, the only PhD postdoc that never got his PhD because he contradicted the world, the Nobel Prize-winning group, right? And we actually just saw in this slim, so spatial light interference microscopy for the first time that kind of both, when it comes to yeast budding, were correct. And I had the task, so eben the coding task to code, not code, it was more like translate a tracker from, well, R package, like AI would still not be able to do that. So like translate it to Python or Matlab. I translated it to Matlab back then. So that, yeah, but I mentioned this, and this is, those chips are the ones my film Götti-Bub is now working with. The ones or this lab designed in Basel, which is part of Syngenta and ETH. So it sounds like a fake Facebook profile, I guess, right? So like, if I wanted to, this is not made up. You can find all that, right? So I wanted to summarize because, well, the first thing I offered is that I just remove the Schweigepflicht of the, also Pater Cyril, right? That is my right. So again, if I confessed that I want to do an amok run, so I confessed on Friday that I would want to do an amok run on Saturday, he wouldn't be allowed to talk about it. But I can tell my lawyer, and she asked me, like, that's exactly what I wanted to do. remove him from that, right? But they didn't want that either. And so, like, in summary, I discussed with Pater Still, like, my problem is not, like, I want to share this information. So I said, like, in summary, it was like we discussed the old books, Bible, Quran, so like the first part. Then the second part was philosophy, theology, and Bach. And like his professors were Pater Patrick and Pater Alois. So because they had this faculty back then in Einstein still. And especially Pater Alois, like he was impressed. I really knew a lot about Alois. And Pater Patrick, I don't know, Pater Patrick is not that much older than him, I guess. But doesn't matter. Like it doesn't have to be this detail. So it was really interesting, that part, right? And he is so if you normally they study, also they have to become a priest, they have to study theology and something else. So he is a pedagogue. So like that's why he is school Seelsorger. And he has this background in music, so that was just the perfect match. But when it turned to the, for me, most interesting part, so this Wager Verallgemeinerung of Blaise Pascal and the Gottesversuchsreihe and so on, and the neural networks and like, well, AI is not even needed, but sometimes it helps to explain the steps. Like my father, a doctor in biology, he didn't even understand the abstract of the Nature paper I co-authored, right? And so he cannot even distance himself from this content. Like he didn't understand anything. But that's not like, that's why I went there. Because when I start something like that with my father or my parents, they just they cannot deal with the fact that they just don't even get. Yeah. So, but this was always like that. And so, well, I don't know. So far, I think this is enough. I wanted to do a shorter update for once, right?
Okay. Can I upload it to YouTube? Suiciders?
Yes. And like ask questions. So here the idea is that there are hopefully a debate on the horizon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So like that's it. So like we already talked today, this is just a quick
Yeah.
Hopefully you didn't forget to press the record button. That I don't think I would be able to repeat.
Yeah.
Do we have it recorded?
Yeah, recorded.
Okay, then yes, upload this and perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks. Ciao, Farooq. Ciao.
Ciao.